Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls and whatever else is watching. My name is Nick and we are once more playing Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. In the previous video we kinda did the trial of the 5th chapter of this, the trial of the murder for Makoto Ikusaba. Well, it's a weird name, but damn, that was one heck of a trial. And then we got kind of betrayed by Kyoko, someone I have trusted for a little while. However, we didn't end up dead. Alter Ego came to our rescue, so that we still might live. And now Kyoko has come to our rescue. Really? We are still somewhere in the school and yet not in the school. This is really gone weird. And that makes me so excited to continue playing actually. So, shall we see what happens? Also one more thing. The guy on the right, Leon. He was the blackened in the 1st chapter. Damn, that takes me back to all the way when this let's play kinda started. Well, it was the 2nd recording session or something. No, the 1st one. I did the prologue and the 1st chapter together. Damn. It has been a wild ride. But how long do we still have to go? Well, it's time to start the 6th chapter then. The ultimate despair. A group of people who caused the tragedy 1 year ago. I knew it was a group. It couldn't have been just a single person. Those same people put together this killing game and began broadcasting it around the world. The most desperately awful group of people ever. That is the mastermind's true identity. Yeah, but who is in that group? Apparently Makoto Ikusaba was one of those. But he was actually used as an scapegoat. Our enemy has finally been revealed. Have they? Well, I haven't been at that point, I think. I have no clue. Kyoko seems to have an indication, but I don't. But right now we have to get out of this horrible place. Figuring out the rest of the story can come later, or come after. Yeah, you're right. Okay. Okay, so I guess... do I have to check in with you? Kyoko, do you still have that one thing? Monokuma's secret tool? That you got from the headmaster's room?
Indeed.
Of course I do. It's an absolutely vital part of ensnaring the mastermind. I would never part with it. And it can open any door in the school, right?
That's right.
That's right. Then how about opening the door right behind you? Then we should be able to use it on that door, right? Is it the same if I talk to her again, or... yeah, it is.
Indeed.
Last time it wasn't. We had a really long conversation that I had to initiate a couple of times.
That's right.
Okay, let's... are there more stuff? Yeah, there is more stuff. There's so much garbage here. I can't believe this place is even still inhabitable. Yeah. Then it... yeah, everything is still the same, though. It might contain coins. I don't know if we can be able to go back here. Although I don't think Monokuma would place coins around here. So let's get going then. Hey Kyoko, we can use that key of yours to open this door, right?
It's true.
Let's find out. Kyoko took out the key with the Monokuma design on it and slid it into the keyhole. And then click. Yes, it opened.
Indeed.
And now we can get out of here. Let's go. Sounds good. We quickly opened the door and made our escape from the garbage pit. And where do we end up? Finally. Actually, where do we end up? We were finally free, were we? We still need to get up somewhere. I don't know how far the drop was down, but we still need to get up to the rest of the group, you know. But there wasn't even time to take a breath of relief, because the real fight had just begun. Ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, ultimate death. Deadly life already? After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up, like a chimney. There was a metal ladder leading up into the tunnel. We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface. The ladder was impossibly long. I couldn't even see where it ended. Really? How deep does that school go then? What kind of place is this thing? We climbed into darkness. The passage was so dark and cramped. I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. I had no idea we were so far down.
Hey.
Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you. Yeah, I'll be careful. But now that you said that, I'm getting kind of nervous. Maybe talking will help keep my mind off it. So Kyoko, there's something I want to ask you. You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So, how long have you been doing detective work? How long?
So...
Ever since I can remember. I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family's always seen it that way. Then, is your family famous?
Wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us. Huh? But how come? It's like your family tradition, right? So...
Right.
Because we take pride in it. Pride?
Indeed.
A detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. That's how we can uncover the absolute truth. We stand neutral in all things, and to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society. Which is why we've made a conscious effort to conceal our existence. A conscious effort?
It's true.
It's kind of old-fashioned, and I can't say it's entirely rational. But it's our family creed, and we do what we must to protect it. Because, like I said, it's our source of pride. Pride? So that explains. Before I came here, when I was looking up info about the school online, and I never saw anything about her. Because she hid herself on purpose to protect the pride of her family.
However...
And yet, I gave up some of that pride. Huh? In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. But the reason you gave up that pride, the reason you would go so far to enter Hope's Peak, it was because that's how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that.
What?
Reconnect? I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father. Wait, what? Then why were you looking for him? Huh? But you'd be reunited after all those years, right? You would have had so much to talk about.
Wrong.
There's nothing I want to talk to my father about.
However,
there's something I want to say to him though. What? No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him face to face. What is it?
So...
I want to sever all ties with him. Wait, what? Why? Sever? The last time I saw him, I was still very young. So I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in line to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented. He had a promising future.
However...
But he had no interest in detective work. So he cut himself off from the family. Not long after that, my mother died and he simply ran away. He went to my grandfather and they had a huge argument. And young as I was, he left me behind. I'm sure there was a reason for that. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him.
Right.
If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me. Because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. I take pride in my family name. So every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. If I'd gone with him, I would never had the chance to become a detective. I was above Kyoko on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression. So I couldn't tell. I couldn't see how she looked when she said that, and she might have been what she might have been feeling. All I could tell was that compared to her usual self, she was more talkative and more emotional. I don't blame him, you know. He had his own life to live. That's what anyone in my position might say, right? But it's not true.
However...
But there's one thing. One thing I can never forgive. Really?
So...
The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind. Like I said, I think it was a good thing.
However...
But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by her father. That's how they see me, even to this day. His shadow has been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of his shadow.
Correct.
That's why I have to find him and tell him we are no longer family. In order to settle the past. In order to remove him from my life forever. I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago. But your family, to just cut him out like that.
Wrong.
Our only connection is through blood, nothing more. And we are connected by heart and soul? No. Are we connected by heart and soul? No.
Hey,
Is blood really enough to call someone family? Only connected by blood, not by heart or soul. I was so shocked to hear her say something like that. I didn't know how to respond. So instead, I said nothing. I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence. And after I don't know how long, we finally reached the top. Damn, if you fell so far, really. How are you still alive? Looks like this is it.
indeed.
On the other side of this door, Hope's Peak is waiting for us. We're back.
That's right.
Remember that hatch on the ground near the trash room? I'm fairly certain that's where we'll come out. I unlocked it earlier, so it should open without much trouble. Unless Monokuma has locked it again. Well, here goes nothing. I reached my right hand up and pushed against the hatch. The hatch opened with ease, and so... Okay. Looks like we're back.
Whew.
But I can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted. I can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of there. Now we're back in Hope's Peak Academy. Kyoko, thank you. I never would have gotten out of there without you. No thanks necessary. I was just returning the favor. It's nighttime, hey? So does that mean... Is the mastermind watching us even now? This is trash room, the dump in other words. To be honest, I don't think I've seen anyone throw anything away down here. Huh. This is how we got out of the garbage pit. I never would have imagined that's where this led. Am I gonna do this for everything? Actually, there are coins! Please don't tell me there's free time, and well, when there's free time I'm gonna do that. I'm not gonna go through everything again just so to get coins. That's the most boring part of this, to get all those coins. So, now what do we do? I'm glad I didn't die, of course, but if the mastermind finds out, and I'm worried about you too. You helped me, so they might...
Listen.
You're worried? Yeah, of course.
So
Then, let's just get a concrete answer. Huh?
in other words,
Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping. Wait, that's...
however,
If we try to hide, it's only a matter of time till we are found out. And it's not like we can run away. As she said that, she pointed at the nearby surveillance camera. So you're saying, rather than stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up now? Don't worry, what you think is going to happen isn't. Because the mastermind is one that's ensnared. The mastermind is ensnared? You said something like that before. What does it mean?
So...
The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Makoto's death. There was a moment where the mastermind let their guard down. There was?
Right.
If we can talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. And then it'll be better for us if we go to him directly, before he tracks us down. That should help with our negotiations. I'm still a little... no, super uneasy about this. But we don't really have a choice, do we?
Indeed.
Monokuma should be in the gym.
Shall we go?
Let's get going. If I talk to her again, then...
Shall we go?
Okay, Monokuma is in the gym, so let's go there. Leave the area? Yeah. Okay. So, here for me... Where is everyone actually? Now I have a map. Not there. Huh. Can go to that. And the first floor is the only thing. So... Hero. Shall we talk to them?
Shall we go?
We need to get to the gym, to Monokuma. You know, there's one thing. If you knock on every door and have everyone come with us, we kinda have a chance in numbers, you know? Kyoko? There's strength in numbers. At least if we have here, well, Hero is maybe an idiot, but Hina with us, then we have the strength in numbers. Or do you think everyone is in here already? Okay, let's go to the gym then.
Well now.
Hey! Kyoko, I don't mind so much.
I
But-
don't believe it!
But Makoto's supposed to be dead. What's he doing here? That's exactly how I thought he'd react. Are we really gonna be okay? Maybe he's gonna throw again those spears of Gunye at us. You were supposed to be punished. Did Kyoko help you?
What?
So, what if I did? What will you do? If the guilty party is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but that is the rule. So now I gotta punish you again, and this time I won't leave anything to chance. Kyoko,
Right.
do whatever you feel you have to. What?
However,
But before you do, let me just say one thing.
now,
If you execute Makoto, that means you lose. Not that that matters to you, right? Huh? I lose?
Hey!
You! Explain yourself! What do you mean by that?
because...
Well, you set up this latest class trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted an excuse to kill me.
In other words,
I was supposed to be chosen as the blackened and then executed, right? Hey, what are you talking about?
however,
But when Makoto chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. The results of the trial weren't at all what you were expecting. Because you never imagined that in that position one person would protect another like that. Oh, now I feel really bad about choosing the first option first. I thought going for the truth would actually mean we would end up going through the trial correctly. I didn't think lying would be what would save us all.
Right.
And in response to that unexpected development,
Indeed.
you reacted by proclaiming Makoto the blackened and trying to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation. No more than that. You must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well.
However,
But then there was another unexpected development waiting for you. An entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious execution machinery. Alter ego. You never imagined the possibility of a being that could come to our aid, even after you'd killed it.
am I wrong?
Now, here's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Mukuro. You did.
Listen to me.
So executing Makoto for it would surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. If the blackened is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right? And that means I lose? You talk a big game. You're saying the blackened is me and not Makoto.
Well,
And you can prove this, right?
Well,
No, I can't. Don't you say it like that! I have to agree, Makoto. What is she planning on doing? Come on! That's why I wanted to have Hina and Byakuya and even Byakuya and Hiro and Toko with us. Jeez! What is this? A comedy routine? To make such bold claims without a shred of evidence.
that doesn't matter.
I don't have any right now, but with a little more time I guarantee I'll find some.
That's right.
Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there's only ever one absolute truth. Oh? And now you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type?
Because
If Makoto really was the killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this. He would have feared for his life, feared another execution. He would have tried to run and hide. He would have been gripped by the despair you so love to inspire.
however,
But here we are, confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts.
what the heck?
What's that? And that's supposed to be enough to convince me in the absence of evidence? Yeah, Kyoko, does that really is enough? Because maybe we could have convinced the rest. But if Monokuma already bent the rules for his own game back then with everyone there, what makes you think he isn't doing it now?
indeed.
It's not you I'm trying to convince.
Hey,
If you were to execute Makoto now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased. Huh?
indeed.
Imagine what everyone out there would think of you. Think if you killed Makoto. They would assume that you killed him because what we said is exactly right.
Listen to me.
Despair can never kill hope.
Hey,
Of course, you can say we're just making this all up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. No, you have no choice. but to prove it. Because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. If you want to earn our despair and fair and square,
That's what we have to do.
then I suggest you take my advice. Is Makoto of Monokuma a little bit silent? Darn, where's this going? So, what is this advice of yours?
It's true.
To do Mukuru's trial over again. Only this time you follow the school regulations to ensure a fair trial.
It's time for one last showdown. One final battle between hope and despair. Hey,
Well, that would make for a proper climax, wouldn't you say? A fair trial? One last showdown? In other words? This would be our chance to expose the true identity of Mukuro's killer? Of the mastermind themselves? But what reason would the mastermind have to accept the challenge? They'll probably just execute me without another word. Yeah, Kyoko. He already doesn't really actually like the rules for himself, so I think that's a dangerous proposition, you know? Monokuma? Interesting.
Barrett!
Very interesting indeed. Oh, he starts with the bear puns again. Barry?
What's wrong?
Oh, I was getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little. So time for bear jokes. Now, what you've suggested might be possible. It would certainly make for one honey of a climax. Really? You're really getting insecure now, aren't you?
in other words,
Does that mean you accept?
You guys!
If we do things your way, that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? And it would cause you unbearable despair, right? Then I'm prepared to agree with your terms. Will your hope win out, or will my despair claim victory? Again with the bear puns. I think some kind of YouTubers will like your style.
I can barely contain myself!
Let's have one final Grizzlies showdown. He agreed? Oh boy, he agreed. So does he have to answer to other people then? Then we still have a shot at this.
Barrett!
But this is the long awaited climax, right? Just guessing the killer is barely a fitting end.
You guys!
So for this final face-off, you'll have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried here. All the mysteries? That's right! Every last mystery that's spawning around. The school. If you can do that,
I can barely contain myself!
then that'll be enough to qualify as a victory for you. Oh god. Oh, that one is a real far-fetched.
it's true.
That's what we've been trying to do all along. Okay, well, good. Then let's bear it all. If you can claw your way to the truth of Mukuru's death and solve the mysteries of this school,
You guys!
then you win. But if you can't do all of that. We'll all face execution, right? I can barely contain my excitement. When you learn the whole truth, what kind of despair will you show me? We're as excited as you are, I'm sure.
Listen to me.
When we've uncovered every last truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair? I honestly can't believe how this lot has all turned out. Neither can I. What the heck are we gonna do?
Hey,
But before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? When one student kills another, that's when a class trial is held.
What's wrong?
I remember that, for sure. So what?
hey,
I just want to confirm that is what you said, right? And it's a true statement. You don't have to be so suspicious. I've said it before, but it bears repeating. Everything is based on the school regulations. And having a trial for Makuro is no exception to that. Huh? Mokuro's trial is no exception? Then it's part of the regulations? Which would have to mean that whoever killed Makuro... It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only one to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. What?
listen.
Are you telling the truth? Why'd he go quiet all of a sudden? What?
Now I'm really angry!
Jeez, I'm done talking. I got nothing left to say to you. So get lost, would ya? Why so mad? Is he actually lying? Does he actually have to answer to someone, maybe? Or isn't he one of the 16 students? He seems emotionally unstable.
Hey!
Leave me alone! Get out of here! Okay, I'm going. You're really gonna let me go? I don't even care anymore. You're all gonna get your punishment later anyway. I need to start getting it ready. The super duper extra special punishment. Overflowing with despair.
Hey,
Come on, Makoto, let's go. Okay. Oh god, he's having a laugh. So who could it be then? Is it one of the ones actually still left alive? Or if it is one of the deceased? No, they are dead. Monokuma's unstable laughter seemed to cling to us as we walked away. And just like that, we were out of the gym. Phew. Damn, that was crazy. I could hardly believe it, but somehow I ended up not getting executed. I still had my life. We still had a chance. Overall, things turned out way better than I expected. Once again, I was in Kyoko's debt. Yeah, but she also made a rather big debt towards us, because she actually tried to kill us. If it wasn't for alter ego that she didn't even count on herself. Damn, that hurts, girl, that hurts. I thought I could trust you. I thought we had enough evidence to put away Monokuma to make a real real argument. Kyoko, thank you. Everything I have right now is because of you.
However,
Don't thank me just yet. The real battle is still ahead of us. Yeah, true. But still, I'm glad it worked out. I wasn't sure if the enemy would accept my proposal. But honestly, why would the mastermind agree to that? I mean, they don't stand to gain anything from a final showdown, do they? Unless the mastermind has to answer to someone else. And is bound by those rules just like everyone else. Because if he wouldn't do that, he would get executed by his masters.
so
They had no choice but to accept. Huh?
because
It's all because of that one moment that the mastermind let down their guard, like I said. So, when was it that the mastermind let their guard down?
so
I wasn't there to hear it myself, but do you remember what the mastermind said? They said they had hijacked the airwaves to broadcast our school life to the outside world. Right? Yeah, they definitely said that.
listen.
And what did you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right? Well, I mean, the idea of actually taking over the airwaves is so unbelievable.
Indeed.
You don't exactly read about something like that happening very often, so it's hard to imagine. In other words, that kind of thing is extremely difficult to pull off.
However,
And yet, somehow the mastermind was able to do it.
in other words,
But think of it another way. There must have been some reason they had to do something that difficult. A reason?
so
They had to show the world something, no matter the cost. Us killing each other. They wanted to show the world.
it would seem
The mastermind has been very adamant about not killing us directly, but forcing us to kill each other. And all their rules and regulations were designed to encourage that. Yeah, that makes sense. If those stupid regulations didn't exist, nobody would have killed anybody.
in other words,
So, the mastermind's ultimate goal was to make us kill each other and show that off to the world. But why?
correct.
To prove a point, most likely. Prove a point?
Hey,
The outside world has a name for the students of Hope speak, right? A certain concept. You're talking about hope, right?
that's right.
And for those of us who represent hope, to kill each other and sink into despair. The mastermind wants the world to see that, to try and prove that despair is better than hope. That's their goal, as the ultimate despair. What? Yeah, but why would they want the world in despair? What the heck are they gonna try to get? Well, what are they gaining from that? Is this some kind of psychotic need or something? What are they gaining from that? Or are they actually answering to someone else again? They want to prove that despair is better than hope. But that's ridiculous.
It's true.
You're right, it is ridiculous. Completely irrational. It's the kind of thing that nobody but those who call themselves the ultimate despair would devise. That group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. But is that really the only reason for making the rest of us suffer?
Makoto.
I know how angry it must make you, and yet that same motivation is what led to the mastermind revealing their weakness. What?
In other words,
Because their goal is to broadcast this killing game to the world. The mastermind has to be more particular than is reasonable about their own regulations. If the mastermind simply ignored their rules, this wouldn't have been a game but a one-sided slaughter.
at the very least,
At least that's how those who are watching this would have seen it. And that's why the mastermind couldn't kill any of us themselves.
indeed.
That is precisely the reason. No matter how much they may hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of their regulations. Junko broke the rules, so she was punished. But in my case, they couldn't lay a finger on me. Aww. Why do we have to see this picture again? It's so sad. I really miss her. I wish we could have been a lot longer with her. She was just getting angry. She was just reacting. And therefore she had to die? She was just getting emotional. Man, that's so sad. She didn't really deserve that.
Right.
So instead they tried to use the class trial, following all their proper rules to get me killed. They began a trial that didn't have a right answer, then made me out to be the killer. But even that didn't work.
It's true.
Yes, thanks to you. And due to that failure, the mastermind took yet another risk. They attempted to kill you instead, who also was not the killer. And when that fact was exposed on live TV to the entire outside world, the mastermind had accepted your suggestion.
Indeed.
To prove the world that despair is better than hope, they have to defeat us in perfect form.
In other words,
It would only do the mastermind harm to have it shown that they'd violated their own regulations. But all of that was a hunch, right? And you were still able to get the mastermind to accept your challenge.
however,
Well, it's only thanks to you that we got that chance. Because you believed in me, another path opened up. Still, I can't believe how much of the mastermind's thoughts and plans you were able to figure out. I didn't have the slightest clue.
wrong.
In the end though, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning, essentially. I was making a bet. And gambling never pays off actually. Well, sometimes. No, mostly not. But it looks like I got it right. This time, at least, I won the bet. She let out a quick sigh. I took it as a small sign of relief. To be honest, I haven't been that nervous in a long time. I totally couldn't tell you were nervous at all. You seemed totally confident from the moment we decided to go to talk to him. Well, presenting a strong demeanor is a fundamental part of negotiation and persuasion, wouldn't you say? Plus, if I showed my uneasiness, that would have just made you that much more uneasy. I guess you would be right. Yeah, you're probably right. How pathetic. No, it's not pathetic. Makoto, you're confronting a serial killer who has a psychotic need for this killing game. That's not pathetic to feel uneasy. I would have been totally terrified to go at Monokuma. Especially because Monokuma already said he was to be executed. He could have just followed his own regulations. That he could have been executed.
However,
he was trialed already. Anyway, we can't relax just yet. All we've done is earn another chance to fight. We have to win this time.
correct.
Or everything we've gone through will have been for nothing. You're right. If we can't defeat the mastermind, it'll cost us our lives. There's no option except to win. And that is why the Monokuma was actually silent, and that's why, so they could broadcast their Byakuya's meddling with the Monokuma puppet to the entire world. So everyone was focused on that, while the mastermind would actually go kill Makoto in order to set up Kyoko. So that's why he was silent. Damn, they were actually playing. There's no option except to win.
Hey,
Before we begin the final battle, we have to tell the others what's going on. True, but now we know who our real enemy is. All we have to do now is work together with everyone to destroy the mastermind. Work together with everyone?
however,
Is that really possible? Yeah, I'm wondering whether Byakuya is actually that. You know, if Byakuya is in line, okay, then Toko will be in line as well. Hiro is probably either the mastermind or too stupid. Or Byakuya is the mastermind. Oh man, one of those two is probably it, isn't it? Huh?
anyway,
right now we have to go find the others.
shall we go?
They're probably in the dorms somewhere. Shall we go? Well, the dining hall is closed, so they're not there. So they probably are in their own rooms. Pop, pop, pop. That means we have to go there. I could go... No, I don't. Because that would mean... Okay. Map. Anyone here? Well, Kyoko is here. Okay, who will be first? Well, this one is closed because it's nighttime. That's the rule. Either Toko or Byakuya. I'm going for Byakuya. This is Byakuya's room. Is he inside? Doesn't seem like it. Is he in the library again?
Hey,
I don't think he's here. Come on, we need to keep looking. That was Sayaka. Makoto, so Toko is over here then. This is Toko's room. Is she inside? No one here.
Hey,
I don't think she's here. Come on, we need to keep looking. Okay, then we have Hina's room. Aoi, this is Hina's room. Is she inside?
hey,
Is anyone actually in the room? I don't think she's here. Come on, we need to keep looking. Is anyone in the room? That's Leon. Hero. This is Hero's room. Is he inside?
hey,
I don't think he's here. Come on, we need to keep looking. Again? Then where the heck are they? Are they in the trash room then? No, they aren't. Yes. Are they in... Well, not in the boys' bathroom. There's something... Are they in the warehouse? Apparently not. How can they afford all this stuff? Are they making that much money off that damn killing game broadcast? That's the only way I can think of for them to be able to buy all this. Whoever they are, they must be an adult. A dirty, awful, evil adult. Kids can also make money if they are old enough, especially high schoolers. How can they afford? Yeah, same thing again. Yeah, same thing. Yeah. Or isn't there any? I'm just looking for a Monokuma coin this time. Guess no one's here and there are no coins. So, nothing I have to worry about. Okay, laundry, are you here? No, they aren't. And I'm not even gonna go through all these laundromats. They are a real pain in the ass. Bathhouse then. No, they aren't here either. In the bath? Don't tell me they are having a mixed bath. Mixed sauna? Neither. What the heck could it be? Don't tell me they are in the dining hall. Or are they in the main hall, perhaps? Isn't this closed off during the night? No, it isn't. I thought it was closed off during after 10 p.m. And suddenly we were greeted with... What the heck is that? You again? You're not making any sense. Is he broken?
whew.
I suppose his emotional instability reached its limit. Yeah. Jeez, what the heck?
However,
I wonder what that was all about. Well, we're breaking a rule because it's nighttime. And we're in the dining hall. Shouldn't it be closed? I couldn't help but let out a sigh of relief. Ah!
Is that Makoto?
You guys!
It is! There's no two ways about it. That's Makoto.
Huh? You survived?
Jeez, you're like a stubborn little cockroach, you know that?
I'm just asking to make sure, but you're not a ghost, right?
Why don't I punch Hero? Maybe he feels that and then he can decide for himself, okay? Everyone was there. All my friends who had struggled together and survived. Well, I would call 2 of them friends, but... well, 3, including Kyoko, Hina and Hiro. Toku and Byakuya? Well... Toku could be a friend, but... okay, I'm getting a bit off track. As soon as I saw their faces, I couldn't help myself. I started to tear up.
What?
Wait, what's that smell?
What the heck?
Yeah, man, that seriously stinks. It's Makoto. He smells like a wet dog. Well, excuse me, princess. We just came out of a garbage chute. No wonder I'm smelling bad. I haven't had a shower. It's nighttime. The water is turned off. And we came out of a garbage chute. And Makoto has been there for an entire day. Okay? Or at least it seems like he was there for an entire day. Get away! Shoo shoo! And in a flash, my tears dried up. Good grief.
Yo!
Makoto, what was it like hanging out in the spirit world? I don't know, it was all garbage. That an answer? I didn't go to the spirit world.
You know?
Did you get to talk to her? Who? Miss Cleo? Who is Miss Cleo? No, I didn't talk to her. I mean, I didn't go to the spirit world. Makoto, please! You're falling for the same gag. I mean, who the heck is Miss Cleo? I still can't believe you survived. Yeah, neither can I, because I felt head down a very long chute. With pretty much no braking or no slowing down. Or was there a slope? I don't know. It was a long way down at least. Yeah, me either. Do you realize why it is you escaped execution? It was alter ego. He saved my life.
That's right.
Not too many people can say they had their life saved by a computer program. I imagine it was learning experience from you. So, what have you guys been doing while I was gone? Well, we figured that since the trial was over, we'd have access to new places again. And? No dice. All the rooms that were locked before were still locked. So there weren't any new areas. Then, where can we go to find new clues? You stink. Are you rotten? No, I fell down a garbage chute. What do you think I would smell like?
I'm telling you.
Rotten. Physically, mentally. Every way you can be rotten. Look who's talking. Sorry, I was rolling around in the garbage for a while. The smell is so smelly. Super smelly. You smell even worse than me. Way worse than me. Why are you getting all excited about that? I win. Actually, the next time I take a shower I will smell better again, okay? She seems happy for some reason.
Makoto.
There's no time to indulge in extended happy reunion. We need to explain to everyone what happened with Monokuma.
Yes.
Explain? Explain what? But is it okay that you're here? What if the mastermind catches you?
It's true.
That's related to what I have to tell you all. Yeah, we already had a discussion with Monokuma, so he actually knows that I'm here. I need to tell you all about the last class trial. Last class trial?
In other words,
We're going to redo Mukuro's trial.
Huh?
What? Seriously?
How about that?
What's the point of redoing it? Makoto killed her, right? No, I didn't do it. Like I keep telling you.
wrong.
Makoto isn't the killer, and of course it's not me or any of you.
Huh?
Then, who is it?
I see.
What she's saying is, it was all the work of the mastermind.
Huh?
What? You're saying the mastermind killed Mukuro?
That's right.
That's right, it was all an elaborate trap contrived by the mastermind. Makoto spotted the trap in time and did what he had to do to stop it. Damn, there are a lot of spelling errors in the later part of these dialogues.
However,
But his decision meant that he would be the one to die.
What did you say?
You spotted the trap? Did you, Makoto? You make it sound like it was easy. I just, you know...
however,
But executing Makoto, who wasn't the blackened, is a clear violation of the school regulations. The rules state that only the blackened is to be executed. The mastermind broke their own rules. Which is why I went and negotiated with them to have the trial one more time.
Huh?
And the mastermind agreed? Does that mean they really did break the rules? They had no choice but to agree. You used the TV broadcast to gain leverage. You needed, didn't you?
correct.
Very observant of you.
Naturally.
I recall what you said at the end of the last trial. When you said, now it's the mastermind that's ensnared. That's what you were referring to.
Don't be mean.
Hey, I'm totally in the dark here. For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko to explain it again later. So, knowing all this, what do we do now?
About that.
It's about who killed Mukuro, right? So our job is to expose the mastermind. But there's more to it than that, correct? Yeah. For us to win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school. Every last mystery?
But
But we've been looking around all this time. We still don't know anything, right?
Anyway,
You've probably guessed already. But if we lose this time, everyone dies.
Oh no!
Everyone?
I hate you.
Hey! Who said you could agree to those terms? Without talking to the rest of us? I'm fine with things the way they are. I'm fine living here forever with Master. If you don't end up dead yourself, okay? I mean, I, meanwhile, want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible.
anyway,
Anyway, At this point, the only way for us to survive is to unravel the truth.
Interesting.
In other words, one decisive battle. A rather interesting development, I say. But figuring out who the mastermind is, and how they killed Makuro, and all the school mysteries, it's pretty tall frigging order. Maybe, but this time the trial is different. We know who our enemy is now. So if we work together and search as hard as we can, I'm sure we'll solve all those mysteries. I'm not so sure about that. Huh? I can't agree with the idea of working together with everyone. Why not? Oh yeah, one of them might be the mastermind. You can't agree? Why not? I mean, working together with everyone seems like the most obvious way to solve all the mysteries.
Indeed.
That's what I thought too, at first. Until Monokuma gave us that little hint of his. Hint? It's a very polarizing approach. I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
I see.
Monokuma said that, did he? He actually said the same thing when we were in Kyoko's room, didn't he? Or at least something similar. He said the mastermind was one of the students. Then Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable. Huh? But why?
So in other words...
If the mastermind really is the one who killed Makuro, as Kyoko says, then the mastermind would have had to set foot in this school, right? Monokuma could probably murder Makuro, but there's no way he could have disguised the scene like that.
In other words...
But according to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in Hope's Peak are the 16 students who have been taking part in the killing game. Then the mastermind is... There were 15 of us in the main hall at the very beginning. Add in Makuro and you get 16. So the mastermind would have to be one of them?
That's right.
And of those 16 people we started out with, the only ones still alive are the people standing right here. Need I continue, or do you get it now? Yeah, you think one of us, and I... Is it Hero? I don't know, is it Hero? You're saying the mastermind is one of us?
No way!
You can't be serious! Wait, we can't say for sure that's true yet. Monokuma might have just said all that to confuse us.
Indeed.
It's certainly a possibility, but only one among many. The mastermind being one of us is also a possibility. And that is one possibility we can't ignore. Then, yeah, if it is, then I would bet my money on Hero or Byakuya. But there is also one other possibility, and that's the mastermind is actually one of the deceased. Considering the bodies we had to investigate, we can assume that they were actually dead. But what about the people that were executed? Were they actually executed? Damn! This is getting way too weird. This is getting big. Phew. Yeah, I mean, they're an ultimate, right? The ultimate despair. So they must be a high schooler. You can't say it's not possible. But if one of us was the mastermind, they'd have to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? But did you ever see anyone act suspicious anytime Monokuma was active?
Well,
Maybe they snuck off and controlled him in secret.
but
I don't care how sneaky you are. We would have noticed someone sneaking off that many times.
I'm right, right?
Then maybe Monokuma was on autopilot. Maybe they loaded up all the dialogue and actions beforehand. Wait, how do you know about that? That would actually be a very sophisticated AI program then. Because it had to react to 100 possible different actions. Maybe even thousands possible different actions. In that case, there's no way he could have had all those back and forth conversations with us. Well, it wouldn't be entirely impossible if they directed the flow of the conversation. Well, maybe, but still. It would also pretty much mean how come he actually shifted subjects so often and was talking so weird.
This is a school announcement. You've all probably figured this out by now, but at this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode. So, in the name of fairness, I will unlock every room in the school.
Wait, what?
Look wherever you want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit.
Wait, what? Does that mean we get into the headmaster's office, in the data center, in the Monokuma room, and in the biolab?
Then we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
Also on the second floor of the dorms? How very magnanimous of him to unlock all the rooms.
That's fine.
The time for talk is done. Now we need to begin our investigation. But I was planning on working alone from the beginning anyway.
In the name of my family.
At this point I can rely only on myself, on the Togami blood flowing through my veins. Oh boy, there's the bloated ego again. I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your responsibility.
Goodbye.
Well then. After making his final statement, Byakuya left the dining hall. Yeah, Master! He didn't take me with him.
Hey.
Do you blame him? Without Master, the rest of you are like coffee with cream, without the cream, or coffee. Actually, we are an empty cup then. You're totally useless! Really? What have you been doing all this time during all those class trials that we had to investigate? You never investigated anything! So, bye. With that, Toko trudged out of the dining hall. And now, she's gone. And you're gonna go off by yourself, right, Kyoko?
Indeed.
That's right. Which just leaves Makoto, Hina and me.
You know?
In that case, I'm gonna go by myself too. Wait, what? Oh man, that's suspicious. That's suspicious. You know, from Byakuya I can understand. He has the bloated ego. But you have this stupidity. You're as smart as a rear end of a donkey. Or are you just... Are you acting like that?
Just a second.
Wait! How come?
How about that?
Just wait and see. I'm gonna use my totally awesome spirit power to figure out the mastermind's identity. There it is again. There it is again. And that's what I had been dreading. Laughing loudly, Hiro left the dining hall. Everyone's really gonna go off by themselves. What about you, Hina? I guess I'll do the same thing.
But...
I mean, it's not that I don't trust everyone, you know?
I mean...
But up till now, I haven't really been all that useful. I just depended on Sakura and everyone else. Oh come on, cheer up. You're not useless. If you hadn't been here, I would have died. Makoto? That's really nice of you to say. But still, I know I've mostly been totally useless.
Okay.
So I figured at least here at the end, maybe I can find something that'll help us all get out of here. So I'm gonna go off and do it all on my own. Okay, see you later. Hina was in surprisingly high spirits as she dashed out of the dining hall. And once again, it's just the two of us two. And Kyoko is going to storm off as well, isn't she?
Indeed.
Indeed. So are you going off alone as well? So you're gonna go off on your own too, right, Kyoko?
However...
Well, don't misunderstand. Just because we're going to do our searches separately doesn't mean we can't still work together.
So...
That goes for all of us. I think I see what you mean. Doing our own investigating doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. Yeah, in the class trial we still have to do that. I should just see it as us splitting up to cover more ground. And then we can get back together and share what we found. Yeah, that's right.
So then...
Well, I'd better get going. I have an endless list of things I need to check.
Correct.
Monokuma said all the doors in the school had been unlocked, right? So we should be able to investigate every nook and cranny in the school. We can visit all the places we couldn't go before. Makoto, no matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth. By any means necessary. With that, Kyoko was gone, leaving only me. I don't have time to waste either. I have to begin my search. I still can't believe the mastermind might be one of us. So that's what I have to prove. I'll prove that the mastermind isn't one of us. Is that true? Well, it's still a possibility. He could be lying. I'll expose the mastermind's true identity and solve the mystery of this school. And then we can all escape together. I guess I'll start by taking another look at Mukuro's Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. Once we find out who killed Mukuro Ikesaba, then we'll know who the mastermind is. So, where should I start my investigation to figure out who killed her? I guess I should start with the rooms that were locked up until now. The headmaster's room, the biolab and the door in the data center, with Monokuma's face on it. Oh, and the second floor of the dorms where the gate was down before. That should be open now, right? After that, I'll have to double check the areas that are connected to the murder. Which means the garden and the dojo. Okay, time to get started. Places to check has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Okay. Wow. So the map. Dormitory first floor, Hope's Peak. Second floor. Third floor. Fourth floor. 1, 2 places. Headmaster's room and data center. And then we have this one, the control room. We've got the garden, we've got the biolab. Oh, Toku, you are in the dojo. Garden. Hina is in the data center. Yakya is in the headmaster's room. Okay. Second floor. And that means the dormitories on the second floor are probably is where Kyoko went to. And because we haven't gone there yet, we don't have the map for it yet. This is probably gonna be a very long investigation, so I think I end this episode here. I thank you all for watching. And I hope you enjoyed it just as much as I have. Because the game's really... Man, is it going to a climax? It certainly seems like it. Man, I'm really excited. So, I think once more, I thank you all for watching and I see you again next time. Bye!